And we are live, Matt.
Hello, Lee.
Hello, Matt. This is the Tangentlemen Drinking and Thinking, where well, it was originally caffeinated and opinionated individuals, but now it's just two pissheads.
Two dirty ingrates.
Just talking about things and going off on massive tangents.
Yeah.
Like this is our second series, and last time we were caffeinated, so we're on point. Like we'd still tangent, but we'd be like on it.
Mm.
I'm not sure how many we've done. I think it's 3. I think we've done at this point, maybe 4, and it just goes off on one, doesn't it? Like, we just go into the forest and come. Well, where are we?
Yeah.
But yeah. So
the segues are wobblier.
They are so wobbly.
Yeah, it's all right.
Yeah, it's all good because we're having a drink, we're talking about things, and that's basically what all this is about. Really.
Tangent is in the name.
We had to change it. We had to. I mean, it sounds better, doesn't it? And the picture's nice. I like the picture.
It's a lovely picture.
We are, in fact, on the whiskey today, aren't we, Matt?
We are. We're on
what are we on? Famous Grouse.
We are on Famous Grouse. I thought it'd be appropriate because we're probably going to grouse.
Yes, very true.
But yeah, it's the old classic. So cheers, Lee.
Cheers, buddy.
Eye contact.
Eye contact always.
Very important.
Always gets very intense in that, I feel.
Yeah.
Sort of drinking and there's a bit of eye contact. But otherwise, bad sex life, apparently, according to the Italians.
According to the Italians, yeah.
Yeah, and that's been the way ever since. How long ago was it that we were in Italy?
It was...
Well, you lived there and I came over twice.
Right, yeah. It was 20...
Was it 3 years ago?
Back in 17.
2016
to 17,
yeah.
So it was 2 years ago.
Yeah, it's the Nura Matera, weren't you? South of Italy. It's the European City of Culture this year.
Indeed,
it is indeed. Fantastic place.
Shortly to not be.
No. Yeah. Don't know what next year is. Don't really care.
Woking. I don't know.
What have you been up to this week?
Well, I've been working and writing, and I've been trying not to look at Facebook and failing miserably.
As you can see, my room is incredibly messy at the moment. This is all things that I want to sell.
I see.
Underneath the desk here, you'll see my Xbox. I've been playing XCOM 2.
Oh, I have that.
Just been getting back into XCOM 2 because I love the game.
Yeah.
Sort of, just this draconian government that takes over. They're aliens. They're an alien government, and it's a strategy game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, talking about.
I've been getting back into The Witcher 3, which has nothing to do with. Well, I mean, I suppose there's been a big war between two sides with differing ideals.
Yeah.
And
a divisive. The land is divisive. It's split in two.
Yeah, the land's divisive. It's split in two.
Yeah. And all of this stuff I want to sell because just trying to make some money just in case. It all goes wrong, just in case there were to be a government that came in and it all went wrong.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Funnily enough, what are we talking about today? We're talking about the election.
We are.
And we're going to try as hard as we fucking can not to talk about Brexit because we never would.
That was an unwritten, it was spoken between us, but maybe not to you. It was, we are going to do our best not to talk about Brexit.
Yeah, we wanted to be away. Won't happen. We just wanted to come back and just to be done.
Yes. Well, unfortunately,
is it fuck?
Unfortunately, we had a hung parliament, so
yeah, very true.
That was not going to happen at all.
But we don't anymore.
We don't anymore.
Huge majority.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is good. I don't know.
We'll find out. So the question today is, what the hell happened?
Well, obviously. There was an election and the Conservatives got a very substantial majority.
They did.
They did way better than I thought they'd do.
What I thought was going to happen, I thought it was going to be another hung parliament. Because just history repeats itself. The Tories seem to get a bit big for their boots and then fuck it up. And then we'd just be in the same situation. It was going to be that. Or they'd just run away with it.
Okay.
So it was the second one.
I thought it would be. I wasn't sure actually because, like where we are, we're effectively in a swing state. Like Labour and the Conservatives, the vote is very. It's not far apart. Only a couple of thousand.
So in our constituency, I think you won by about 7,000.
Yeah, so that share went like it grew.
Yeah, so we're in Milton Keynes South. Don't come find us. It's a big place. You can't find us. And he was in last year as well, at the very least. In the last time, anyway. I think he's been in for quite a while, Ian Stewart.
At least it was I don't know. Maybe, at least the last election.
Maybe the last two. Who knows?
Yeah.
But so I always watch like the first hour or two when it comes through. I want to see the exit poll. And then I always watch until the first one, like the first constituency calls. Because like they always have a bit of a competition, don't they? Where who's the first to call? It's normally like
it's usually Sunderland.
It's normally Sunderland or Newcastle. But this time it was supposed to be Blythe Valley.
Okay.
They took in the head honcho of Newcastle's like counting office to try and get them first.
To what end?
Just to be first, I think.
Is it like it's like a YouTube comment, right? Where someone's first and basically it means nothing.
Not really, no. But Blythe Valley was very interesting. Okay. So Newcastle and Sunderland, they went for Labour. Okay. They're very safe seats for Labour. Yeah. And Blythe Valley has been a Labour seat for decades. Absolutely decades. They didn't call first because they needed to do like a batch recount or something like that. Yeah. So I think Newcastle came first, then Sunderland quickly after, and then about 10 minutes later, Blythe Valley came through, and they went Tory. And everyone was like, "What?" Yeah. Because they were talking about the Red Wall, weren't they? Did you see any of that? The Red Wall?
Yeah, like there was a bunch of very, very safe. Well, not very safe, but a bunch of basically safe Labour seats.
Traditionally very safe seats.
In the north.
Yeah, very safe seats that sort of go across the top of England. And they're traditionally very safe seats because Thatcher. You know, she fucking ruined all of the manufacturing and the mines up there.
Yeah, and got rid of the trade unions.
We'll never vote Tory again. Until now. Until now. The Red Wall is crumbling. It's not broken because it still stretches across.
Yeah, well, yeah.
If you were trying to play a game where red was lava, you'd have to jump very far.
True.
Yeah. Sure. But then Blythe Valley went Tory, and I was like, no, I'm going to bed now. And woke up. Not as big as the majority as the exit poll said, but because it was going to be like 80 something seats.
What is it like?
It might be 80 seats, but I think it was 20 less than the exit poll said it was going to be.
Okay. Right.
So Labour had more seats, but did the worst since a very bad election in the 80s.
Yes.
Like that.
Yes, they did. I mean, my whole thing, what I did was I voted and then went, and then the plan was I voted and then went, and then I'm, you know what, I can't do anything else, so
I'm done.
Yeah, I can't do anything about the result.
I remember in Doctor Who, where it's the one where it's one of it's not the last David Tennant one, but it's the one where Billy Piper is no longer in it properly. It's the one where the Daleks and the Cybermen are there, and they go to
the one where she leaves.
Yeah, where she ends up going into the alternate dimension.
Yeah.
But there's the woman that's running Torchwood, and she gets caught by the Cybermen.
Oh yeah.
Okay, and like she keeps saying to herself, "I did my duty," and then gets turned into a Cyberman.
Sure.
So that was basically you then. If you've got in there, you've done your ex. I've done my duty. I can't do anything else. I've done my duty.
Well, I mean, no, because it's like I voted and then went, and that's my bit done. And what happens now, I have no control over.
Yeah.
So I could follow it and like chew my nails and get stressed and get annoyed, or I could not do that.
Exactly. Yeah.
Unfortunately, for some stupid reason, I went on Facebook.
You idiot.
I don't know why I went on Facebook.
But this is actually really interesting because we were talking about this earlier. So we were talking about echo chambers, and we talked about it before, haven't we? Because we just don't really know.
So here's the thing.
We try and burst them, don't we?
Here's the thing. You open this, and I think the podcast is going to be titled "What the Hell Happened." Mm-hmm. If you've been paying attention to us for the last 6 months, you know exactly why this happened.
Yeah.
Like, exactly.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's just like...
It's a leading question.
Yeah.
We know what happened because, I mean, we know the meaning of life, man. we know all sorts of things here.
Yeah.
Because we talk it through like adults.
That was us on coffee, not on
lovely,
booze.
lovely whiskey. But we talk things through like adults.
Sure.
And we come to an agreement. We don't agree on everything, but we come to
a place where
we know what we're on about. We understand a little bit more.
Yeah, sure.
That doesn't seem to happen.
No.
Especially on Facebook. It doesn't seem to happen.
No, not at all.
Or just any kind of social media. Just don't even bother trying to get into a nice conversation.
Well,
what was your... So you went on Facebook. What happened?
Well, what I basically saw was everyone was pro-Labour, and everyone was going like, "Bruh, fucking don't vote for the Tories because if you do that, you're a fucking evil prick." It's been the same for like a month.
Yeah.
I've been like, okay, well, whatever. And I don't know why.
I mean, really, probably for the last 5 years. You know,
because
we've had what, 4 elections? Or 4,
we've had several.
4. We've had to do 4 votes.
Yeah, basically.
I'm not sure if one of those is Brexit, but
one of those would have been the Brexit.
It might have been 4 elections in 5 years. I remember that from the election coverage.
I don't think it's that many.
Might have been the European elections as well. They might have been talking about.
Okay,
that was last year or something like that.
Sure.
But yeah, you're not. You kind of get put in a box, don't you?
Well, I mean, it was just the thing is, we're at the point now where the sort of social media has gained so much kind of power, and the social media conglomerates have gotten so much power, and they all swing a certain way politically.
100%, yeah.
100% swing
because
to the left.
That's media, isn't it? As well, media always swings. I've never found like an unbiased media thing. It's very hard to find, isn't it? Very hard to find because someone at the top is eventually just going to go. It's just going to go, I'm going to push my view. No,
it's genuinely impossible to find.
Yeah.
The BBC is supposed to be impartial, and it's not.
It's completely not.
No. Like, I mean, the news side of it, I think they make an effort to be. I'll give them that. They make an effort to be on the news side, but like the programming side, no. It's not even slightly impartial. No. And with the sort of social media, the power of the left in the social media sphere, the fact that a lot more people are aware of how they censor people and how they like shove you away if you're conservative and you express those views. Have the temerity to express conservative views.
Nice word.
I'm bringing it back, and if you put a foot wrong, and I think people are putting too much stock in the activist community as well, where if you say the wrong thing here, you can be fired. There's a lot of the cancel culture thing.
Talk me through cancel culture, because I've seen this phrase a few times. I probably know what it is, but I don't know the actual phrase.
It's where people drag up something you said in the past and use it to like torpedo you now.
Gotcha.
And they'll do that with anyone.
Right, that's what it means. Okay, yeah. So big trend of that at the moment, and has been for a while.
Right. Okay. So we're in the position where it is not necessarily safe to express conservative views on social media. The only people that were people that were like old enough to not give a fuck. And from there, what you get, I mean, that's a climate of fear. And that climate of fear persists until you get in the voting booth. And once you get in the voting booth,
you can do whatever the fuck you want.
You can do whatever the fuck you want, and that's powerful. And you get a Tory majority. Like that's how it happened.
And you leave the EU.
And you leave the EU.
Yeah.
And people go,
you vote Trump. And like all of these things.
and people go, how did this happen? Well, you made it happen.
Stop yelling at them.
Right, exactly. Stop. You forced them off stuff. You've made this happen.
Yeah.
And now you're confused as to why votes aren't going your way. It's obvious why votes aren't going your way. Morons.
People. Yeah, you are marginalising people.
Yeah.
The same thing happens with like it's a bit of a stretch, but it happens with terrorists. You know, you just push and you're like, no, you cannot have that view. You cannot have that view. So there's this guy thinking, well, fuck, I'm fucking alone now. Oh, hang on. These people, these being nice to me. Boom.
And
there we are. Then you get pushed underground. You can't fucking see it anymore. And then, whoops.
Yeah, and you're done. Well, yeah, I mean, that's an extreme example, but it's definitely true, and it's true with all sorts of things. And it's mind-boggling. I mean, to think that, and the other thing, I mean, the media and that are galvanizing all of this. They're galvanizing all this division, making it even harder for people with, let's say, conservative views to air them. The moment you do, you get shouted down.
Yeah.
Until something like this happens, until there's an election, and the Conservatives win, because of course they do.
Yeah.
And then people go, thank God now. There's like a day of, thank God they've won from conservative people, and then they go away again. Because it's not good for you to be in a place where you're just getting hated all the time.
No, it's not a nice feeling, is it?
No.
Just as a person, it's not nice to be disliked.
Right. And we've spoken about the Overton window and how it's shifted.
Yeah.
So now more and more people are turning into the people who are getting pushed off of stuff.
Because of loud people.
Right.
Who unfortunately have quite a bit of power.
Too much.
Because they align with the rules.
Yeah.
Now, devil's advocate, if you are on the other side, play by the rules. That's my devil's advocate on this.
How do you mean?
So the people that get like kicked off of like social media and things like that, and they blatantly disregard the rules and things like that. They're going with the hate and they go and target people. We've spoken about this before.
Oh, you mean like the left? You mean the activist people who are getting kicked off?
No, the people on the right.
Okay.
Who flaunt the rules. I think it just.
But what's flaunting the rules?
Well, like going after people and being nasty, but then you've got the left and was it Kathy Griffin?
I'm not talking about people flaunting the rules. I'm talking about people just expressing their political opinion. Whether that's, I mean, there are undoubtedly people who flaunt the rules, but there are people who don't, who just express their political view and they get kicked off.
100%.
Or they get forced off.
Yeah, 100% behind that.
And it's it's annoying. And I put two things up.
I saw them both.
One of them was stop being awful, basically. And the other one was, okay, I voted and I hate this.
Yeah.
Essentially. I'm paraphrasing and shortening what I said. And it's like, that pretty much expresses exactly how I feel about our political discourse at the moment.
Yeah. Yeah, the discourse is nutty at the moment. Yeah. The one thing that I will say about the election, the Tories played dirty this year, didn't they?
How so?
So after the question time or some kind of questions, they changed their name on Twitter, didn't they?
Oh yeah,
they changed their name to like Fact Check UK or something.
To like Labour Fact Check or something. Like
that. I don't even think it was Labour Fact Check. I think it was like Fact Check UK. And obviously they've still got the blue tick because they are the Conservative Party, and just spread misinformation and disinformation throughout the Boris Johnson, Jeremy Corbyn thing. It was nuts.
What the official Conservative Party?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's almost too stupid to be real. But I mean, I imagine,
But because it moves so fast, you can get away with it, and very little seems to matter anymore in terms of truth. Apparently, we could just do whatever we want now with truth.
Apparently so.
There was and there was a couple more things which I can't quite remember at the moment, but it really reminded me of when I was going through the States because of the midterm on. And I was driving lots. I was driving down with my friend through the East Coast.
There through that.
And I was there right through the midterms. And America is nuts when it comes to like political advertisements. They can just say whatever the fuck they want. Like there is like honestly, freedom of speech is just, it's fine. You say what you want. I remember listening to one, and this guy was saying like, this man has killed 8 people. I think it was like a judge was going for re-election or something like that. And it was like, this judge has killed 8 people because he'd let like murderers off who didn't have enough evidence. That was the actual real thing. He's like, this man killed 8 people. Why would you have him in office again? Vote for this guy instead. It was nuts. It was so nuts. And like the things that I've seen, like both sides do as well. Like it's just been very dirty. This year, like so dirty.
I would agree that it's been very dirty.
And just like, it just reminded me of that. It's just very American now. Like even
where America leads, Britain follows.
Even after the like Boris did his like, I'm gonna, thanks for giving me your trust, blah 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 blah. Became the prime minister. We had the hashtag not my prime minister.
He is though.
What do you call it? Protests.
Yep.
Which protest all you want. I will 100% be behind any kind of protest.
Sure.
Because we're allowed to do that.
Yeah.
But again, that reminded me of that. Because we've just knocked off president and added prime minister.
And they're calling him racist.
Yeah. I mean,
which is fucking unfounded, as far as I'm aware.
His book was nasty.
Really?
Yeah, his book was fucking nasty.
Damn.
Yeah. His book just, he is a racist.
Damn.
This where you got like the watermelon smiles and things like that. Yeah.
Jesus.
From people in the colonies and stuff like that. He is a racist. He is a nasty man.
All right.
But yeah, we have fucking sunk through this, haven't we?
Yes.
Right, we're on our second glass, ladies and gentlemen. Beware, the tangents are coming. Tangents are coming. Like winter. Winter's here, and we've both got colds. Yes. Luckily, there's been one cough so far.
Only one, and it was through my shirt. Cheers.
Cheers, sir. Yeah, not sure what book it is, but he's just this out of touch dude.
Well, I suppose. On the flip side of that, you've got the anti-Semitism.
Yeah, and I mean,
which is gnarly.
Like it's nuts as well, because he's done, like, looking back on his track record. This is so Jeremy Corbyn.
I'm doing in the party.
Rife anti-Semitism in his party, and he's not really done anything for that. He's
not done anything about it.
He hasn't done anything about it yet.
You saw that he apologised to Philip Schofield. That's pretty much. I mean, that's pretty much the extent of it. I think he said he introduced measures into it, but I mean, as far as reports have gone, none of it has worked.
Which really, again, reports, depending on, all we can do is look at the media. But looking at all of the information that we can get from this, it seems like not a lot has happened, which is bizarre because he's done a lot for anti-Semitism in the past. No, not done a lot for anti-Semitism. Not done a lot to combat anti-Semitism in the past. And didn't help at all.
Well,
if it's going to keep being rife, you're the boss.
He's at odds. He's at odds there with segments of his ideology.
Yeah.
Which hates the Jews with a fiery passion. So but it's just one of those things, isn't it, where you can't trust it. You struggle to trust anything that is said. Because so one of the thing I put up about hating this, which I do, received some pushback from a former Labour staffer who we know, who I will quote him directly, said that Labour didn't lie hugely during the election. And it's like, so number one, you just acknowledge that they lied during the election. and that's sort of a given because election and politicians.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, but if you think they were being like mostly on the up and up, we know this guy. He's a smart guy. He's a very smart guy. He's smarter than the dumb thing he said there. Like there is like, I'm sorry, man.
I haven't seen it.
I can't.
I haven't seen it, and I love him to bits.
I can't
because I only know one Labour staffer, so I can imagine who it is.
And he's biased, and he acknowledged his bias. I think he was fishing for some kind of debate, but I was not going to play ball with it. No. Took me out of context twice, and I was like, I'm not having this conversation with you,
right? Because
it's going to be like talking to a brick wall, with a hammer and sickle drawn on it in diarrhea. It's like I'm not doing this with you. But the other one, where I was like, stop being awful. Someone else pushed back on that, saying I had a bit of a rant against the Tories, but people got in touch with me and we talked it out and it was fine. I was like, man, good for you. Like, good people then. You have less militant people in your circle than I do, apparently. So it's like, hey man, you sorted that out well, and you handled it with maturity.
Well, let's talk about circle. We understand why the fuck this happened. We've done that now. Stop shouting at people. Don't shout at people. Have conversations with them. That don't dehumanize people because they will fuck you off.
It should be obvious.
They will fuck you off.
For some reason, it's not obvious. You shouldn't dehumanize people.
But somehow it happens, and
that's ended up being the Labour platform for certain segments. I won't say the whole of Labour, but it's been part of to be honest, and the Tory platform in some respects.
It seems to be more and more just both sides just shout at each other now.
Pretty much,
we're very, very divided and have been for a good long time now. Because really, I mean, looking at the vote share of the election that just happened, I think there's about 2 million votes in it, between Labour and Conservative. I think again with Brexit, there was about 2 million in it as well. There was definitely 2% in it anyway.
52-48.
Yeah, or like 49.1 to 51 point something.
I'm sure, I think the Scottish, the indie ref was that was like 50.5 to 44.
That was so close.
That was super close.
That was so close.
Yeah.
And speaking to a lot of people that actually, so obviously the SNP, the Scottish National Party, is that what the Nationalist Party?
Yes.
She's
funny.
Nicola Sturgeon, she's bang on having indie ref too.
It's funny how nationalism's bad until one of them's the SNP, but okay.
Yeah. And so they're bang on getting that again because they did very well, didn't they? I think they got 48 seats out of about 54 or something like that. They came back to where they were the election before last because I think Labour took quite a lot of them and then they took them back.
Yeah, they lost a couple.
Because Labour seem to be out of touch with their diversifying needs, from what I've heard.
They're out of touch with their voter base. Like they're supposed to be the party of the working class. And they don't seem to like the working class very much.
I mean, with this, I'd have to say the B word to go against that.
Well, the B word is certainly a big factor in this election because fuck it, Brexit. It's a big factor in this election. I mean, as much as like Labour especially were trying to not make it the Brexit vote, it was the Brexit vote.
And was always going to be.
Because, I mean, we've had a hung parliament for like 2 years,
2 years, I think.
Because Theresa May called an election, didn't turn up to any debates.
Yeah.
And
she fucked it.
She fucked it. She shit the bed.
She fucked it.
And she dithered before that. We dithered on Brexit for 3 years. And now then things started to kind of happen with it. Like Boris got a deal, and then it was pushed back, and then I'm not sure what was in his. I don't think his deal was great.
It was niche good.
It was similar to Theresa May's deal with something else as well, but it kind of sorted out the Irish question. It's been a little while since this happened, so I need to refresh my memory on it. But the perception, I think, is that, particularly over the last few months, we've been trying to get this shit done, and there is a party in the way who are throwing wrenches in it constantly. Well, there's like a couple of parties in the way throwing wrenches. And I will maintain that Jeremy Corbyn did not want to be Prime Minister. I'm pretty, like, Jeremy Corbyn wants to be the opposition and the martyr. And he was the opposition for a while. Now he's the martyr. He was where the perception was he's gone for a big thing for the many, not the few. We want all this stuff. We want this green stuff. We want to nationalise this. We want to do all this stuff. We want to just do lovely, good things. Oh, lovely, lovely. Ignore the anti-Semitism. Ignore that. No, go away, go away, go away. Ignore what our people are saying behind closed doors. Ignore that. Ignore what this person just said about whatever. Like, and I think he's probably achieved that. I think he is now the martyr who went down in flames because of Brexit, and I imagine Labour will come back stronger because of it.
They certainly won't in the next one. I don't think it's going to take a long while for them to come back.
Well, it's going to depend
unless
coming back to Brexit, it's going to depend on how that goes.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. If that still fucking all goes wrong, because I think they're really. Looking at everything, it seems like they had a really big issue. I loved what they were going to, like, their proposal for Brexit.
Which one? The Labour one?
Yeah. So they go, we'll make a deal, we'll do that in X amount of time. If you don't fucking like it, you can vote and we'll fucking scrap it. I liked that because we've got Lib Dems on one side saying we're just going to fucking scrap it. That's done.
Yes.
That's taking out 51% of the voter base.
Yes.
You're going to infuriate 51% of people that voted. That's done. And then we're just going to push through with Brexit on the Tory side. Regardless of what that is, that concerns me as well.
That is an issue. Yes.
That concerns me as well. And then we have this middle ground where we'll make a deal. If everyone thinks it's shit, then we won't do it. And you get to vote on that.
And that's a referendum.
Fucking sweet ass. Love
the problem with that is that's fine, except for they had 3 options and one of them was remain in the EU. So that stops them being a middle ground and puts them a middle ground, but over here actually. Because
but I mean, if it's good enough, if that deal's good enough, I'll be left. I voted Remain.
I also voted Remain.
Yeah, so I would have voted for it. But
okay.
I think, but the reason that's not going to work is because you've got, again, a lot of fear. Because people have had their voice. You know, they've had that moment of power in the booth where they go, no, do you know what? Fuck it, leave. I want to vote leave. So you've got all of the red wall. That's why it got fucking crumbly. That's why it got so fucking crumbly, because a lot of those northern constituencies wanted to leave. You're going to effectively take that power away from them. They don't, you know, if someone makes a good enough case, everyone we might fucking Remain, and then our vote's for nothing. And that's going to hurt. If you haven't got any other power, or like in anything, you're gonna be like, oh, I don't fucking want that. Right, just do it. So my vote meant something.
Yeah.
Because I mean, the time horizon's not there. You know, if you've got no power, you're just like now.
Yeah.
Right, we'll get it done. I don't care what it fucking looks like. We just do it. So I think that's where they lost a lot. They lost a lot of votes there. I think that's what happened. I liked it. I mean, I'm Remain, but if it was good enough, I don't like.
They shouldn't have put.
I'm always going to be fine.
Where they fucked up was putting Remain on the ballot. If they'd have just gone, we'll make a deal. If you like the deal, then we'll do the deal, and if you don't like it, we won't do it.
And we'll do another one.
And we'll do a different one,
right.
Or if it comes to it, we'll leave with no deal, which isn't ideal, but...
Ideal.
But if it comes down to it, that's what we're going to have to do, because you voted for us to leave the EU. We're not anti-democracy. We are going to respect the public vote.
Fuck it, I tell you what.
But they put Remain in, which torpedoed them.
I tell you what, I probably would have gone for that as well.
What, like this deal?
Yeah, this deal.
Another
or we
deal,
go back,
or no deal.
Or we go back. Yeah. No. Or
we'll go back into the EU.
So I voted Labour. That's
what
I did. I voted Labour because of that Brexit thing.
Yeah.
And I did this thing where I looked at all their policies and. Well, Lib Dems came first, didn't like their Brexit approach to it because they're going to piss a lot of people off and then we're all just still going to be divisive.
Yeah.
The next one was Green. That was a fucking wasted vote here. In our constituency, we had Tory or Labour. Everything else is wasted. Everything else is wasted. So I wanted it to mean something.
Did they give you the spiel in the letter?
I had a chat with the Labour guy. Yeah, one of the Labour sort of guys came to my door. And
I got letters through the door. I got several letters through the door.
So I got 3 Labour letters. I got
begging me to vote Labour.
1 Tory thing through the door. Tories never came round.
No, they never looked at me.
They never fucking come around.
I think the reason they never come around to you or me is because we're not gonna vote Tory.
No.
Like I've never voted Labour or Tory. In the last elections, I voted Lib Dem and Green. Right.
I know I did that. I know I did. Why? I never voted Lib Dem after Nick Clegg fucked us off.
I voted for him in that election. I voted Nick Clegg.
Oh, so did I. Yeah.
So we both got
100%
got fisted by Nick Clegg.
I remember being in Derby. I went to this new polling office, voted for him, and then he had to say that he was sorry. I mean, really, it's not his fault. He probably got fucking shafted by the Conservatives. But don't make promises you can't keep, idiot.
Yeah. Well,
he works for Facebook now.
For fuck's, of course he fucking does.
Yeah, works for Facebook now. Yeah. But anyway, what I was saying, just to get back to what I was saying, if Labour were to say that, so I voted Remain because really, looking back, I don't think it should have been up to us. I don't think it should have been up to the voting public to actually vote for that kind of thing. Because I knew what was going to happen. Everyone was going to fucking lie to us.
Yeah.
And then we'd just go, I'll just fucking make a thing. And being Remain would have meant that I didn't have to listen to lies of what could potentially happen if we left. Now, luckily, we're in a privileged enough situation where Leave or Remain, it's not really going to make a blind bit of fucking difference to us. Is it? Really?
Possibly not.
We will be okay. We're not going to.
To be frankly, we don't know.
No, but I don't think me and you are going to be below the poverty line, regardless of what happens. I think we're
definitely going
to
affect my job if we leave.
Yours might, yeah.
Yeah. It's definitely going to affect being a teacher.
Well, fucking get another job then, Matt. Jesus Christ.
Get a real job.
What are you, dick? But I think honestly, I think we will be fine. There are going to be people that will be more affected who are already on sort of the precipice of being, fucking really fucking poor.
Yeah.
That it's going to affect.
Most likely.
I reckon we will be fine either way. But I thought, do you know what? I don't have enough information for this. I'm going to vote Remain.
That's the same thing I did.
Also,
exactly the same.
I like going to Europe. I don't really want to, buy a visa when I go over there, which really I don't think is going to happen. I reckon they'll still let us over there for free because that's basically where a lot of people take their holidays.
Possibly, yeah.
That's what I think.
Yeah.
But I mean, even going to America, you pay about £19.
Yeah, Japan's is 25 quid.
It's
unless you're going to Russia or China, it's not.
It's not an awful lot to do.
Or North Korea, most likely.
So that's why I voted Remain. However, in quotation marks, the will of the people, without quotation marks, the will of half the people that voted, said that we wanted to leave.
Yeah.
Fair enough. We'll do that.
Yeah. To be frank, if you didn't vote in that referendum, go fuck yourself.
Yeah, don't moan.
I don't want to hear a fucking word out of you.
Don't moan.
And I don't want people who voted Remain. I voted Remain. I don't want people voting Remain saying the majority didn't vote for this. Like, if you didn't vote for it, go fuck yourself.
and really in any democratic thing.
Yeah.
You know, always vote.
You have the right to vote, so exercise that right.
Do it.
Yeah.
33 or 32% of people did not vote.
Go fuck yourselves.
Stop it. Stop doing
That's
it.
actually that's a decent turnout.
Very, very good.
That's
very,
like the
very
best turnout in my memory, aside from the Brexit vote. That's like the
very,
best
very
in my
good.
memory.
But still, please fucking vote.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, absolutely.
The way I see it, you know, we say everyone has a right to opinion, but I don't have a right to care about your opinion.
Yes.
I will care about your opinion more if you have voted.
If you vote,
If you have voted. Right?
Absolutely.
Now, my dad is an example. Very disillusioned with the whole democratic process. I'm not surprised. He was not going to vote this year.
Please tell me he did.
But I fucking turned that around.
Good.
We had a chat. We went through all the policies, and he realised who he wanted to vote for.
Yeah.
He doesn't tell me who he's voted for, but I've got an idea who he voted for. He voted the same as me, I think. But he did.
Okay.
Because that was what I said to him. I was like, so in the next probably 5 years, if they win, because why would you have another election if you've got a majority? Just leave it for 5 years. If you haven't voted, you don't get to moan.
Right, exactly.
You do not get to moan. You're not allowed.
You also don't get to brag.
No. This is your ticket. This is your ticket to be angry at what your government is doing.
Yeah.
So please, just always vote. Always. This is my one preaching moment. Please vote. Any chance you can get, vote. Because then you have that. Then I will respect you. You could vote. You could vote completely opposite to me.
Yeah.
And you could moan about what is happening. Yeah. But as long as you have voted, I'm cool.
I agree. I mean, we always say you big people do what you want, but for fuck's sake,
but actually vote.
but actually vote, because you don't get a say otherwise.
No,
like there's no point if you don't vote.
I mean, unfortunately, not here. We're not in like a sexy, like really close seat, you know, where like a couple of votes can happen.
Mate,
we used to be, but not anymore. One of them.
Lee, we used to be as of the last election. Like it's a swing of 2000. It was a swing of 2000.
Yeah, 2000. I was going to say that, but I think Blind Valley was 174.
174
votes.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah.
Well, hey, Blythe Valley.
That's nuts, isn't
Jesus.
It? When people say that their vote doesn't,
and they didn't demand a recount.
No, they did. So they did a batch recount.
Yeah.
And then it was Tory. And I was like, I'm going to bed now. I'm going to bed now. See ya. But yeah, just fucking vote. Even if it's like a really safe seat, just fuck it. Just draw. Do you know what? You don't even need to vote. Draw a penis on your ballot paper. Go down to your local election. Yeah, just do that. Even that. If you don't like what the democratic, situation is, do that. I'll still have more respect for you than someone who doesn't vote.
Only a micro more. If you spoil your ballot.
But still, it's more. And my respect.
I have this right, and I'm just going to piss it away. My respect
is very valuable. So
it's like a coupon. You only get to use it once. Single use only.
Yeah.
Don't draw a penis on the coupon.
Right. Should we get off this this preachy vibe?
Let's do it. Let's talk about echo chambers.
Yeah.
We didn't.
Yeah, because
we touched on it and then
ours seem to
away.
be very different, don't they? Should we fill up one?
What, yours and mine?
Should we? Yeah, let's finish the ball.
No, fuck it.
I'm enjoying this.
Fuck it. I will clarify for the people.
It is a small bottle.
Yeah.
It is not a 70 centilitre. It is what, 25, 30?
It is a
350.
Oh, Jesus. Fucking Christ.
350.
Yep, 350.
Well, we did that with the Glenfiddich last time. That was a 350 as well.
Oh man, did we finish that?
We did. We fucking went through that because it was delicious.
Oh god, are we gonna cane the bottle?
We are going to cane the bottle.
No, fuck it. Let's actually do it. Hang on, a bit more for you.
And I think it's been about 2 weeks since we had the last one because I've been quite ill and trying to find a job.
But we've been on it with how many we have.
And it's a Saturday, and it's at the night time, so we're allowed to do the bottle.
It's past 5 o'clock, so don't judge us.
So fuck you, especially if you haven't voted. I'll stop it now. Right, echo chambers, because so
our echo chambers are different, you think?
I think so. So me and Matt have talked about echo chambers before, because social media, it just bubbles you in, doesn't it?
Yes.
Because people align with people who have similar views to them.
Sure.
If I looked at all of our friends, I could bet a penny to a pound of shit that they voted Labour, Lib Dem, or Green. I would be very, very surprised in our close group if there was anyone that voted Tory. Or at the very least, they are more liberal than conservative.
I think that the liberal conservative, I think that's almost irrelevant at this point, because there's a lot of disaffected liberals. And I know, a few of our friends are very disaffected. I'm a very disaffected liberal. I know a lot of people. I know people in our friend group are also very disaffected liberals.
Yeah, but
I don't know how many of them are disaffected enough to vote Tory.
I would say, I will bet you £5 that I don't have. So you'll have to wait until I get a job. But I'm gonna ask our friends, and they're gonna have to fucking tell me. I don't care who they vote.
They're gonna have to tell you why. Yeah. Why are they gonna have to tell you?
Because it will mean that I will win £5. If they voted like who they voted for. I don't care who anyone votes for. You could vote for the Raving Loony Party, which we don't have a seat here.
That's unfortunate.
But we did have the Christian Union Party, didn't we? I saw that.
Did we?
Yeah. So we had Labour, Conservative, Lib Dem, Green, and like the Christian Union or something like that. We had 5 votes that we could go for.
Jesus.
Okay. I'm gonna see if they can. I'm gonna see if they will.
I wonder how many will tell you none of your business. Probably not. Actually, no. I don't think any of them would.
Because I'm a nice guy, and
yeah. But then you're asking them who they voted for, and that's something.
We're a bit weird about that in the UK, aren't we?
We're very weird about it.
We're very weird about it. I'm fine about telling people who I voted for.
Yeah.
I do not care. But people are.
Mm-hmm.
In the States, completely different matter, isn't it? But we are tangenting. We want to talk about echo chambers.
We want to, but we're not allowing ourselves to.
So, as we said, we are both liberals. Disaffected and disillusioned liberals.
Mm-hmm.
But largely, on the left-right, we go left. One more tangent before we go into this. So I did this thing called isidewith.uk.
Yeah.
And it's basically a big old fucking quiz. I love a quiz.
Okay.
And it goes through policies. So you'll go through education, social policy, international policy, military issues. And you'll just go through and you'll click.
Okay.
And then it just gives you a percentage at the end.
Was this the values test?
No. It just goes through their.
Because I did something similar, which was the values test.
So it's basically like, for example, it was like, I remember one question was like, should the UK be allowed to like assassinate terrorists abroad?
Okay.
I was like, that seems a bit fucking sketchy.
Yeah,
probably not.
What will that lead to?
Maybe detain them, but we probably shouldn't be doing it anyway.
Oh my god. Sorry, we get a tangent again.
Second tangent. We're on our third glass. It was going to happen.
So you know how like we have a really bad, us and the US have a really bad habit of like sending missiles to the Middle East and blowing up.
We love doing that and just blowing up the wrong people.
Blowing a lot of collateral damage.
Yeah.
So in the US, they've made a modification to a missile that's basically attached swords to it. So you fire a missile at who you want to kill, and it kills them, but doesn't kill. But there's zero, like in theory, there's zero collateral damage.
Where does the swords come into it?
So it's like, in the warhead, it's got these 6 blades that go like poof, and like go out and rip shit up. It's a sword missile,
mate. I'm going to Google for this sword missile, mate.
America's missile that uses sword blades instead.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the first time that I'm hearing about this, but we are finding out about sword missiles.
America's missile that shoots swords instead of. Is it working? There we go.
Use sword blades instead of explosives has struck again in Syria.
Oh, look at that.
That is fuck me. That's done that to a car.
Yeah. But you notice there's no scorch marks, so no collateral damage. I mean, it's a
secret low collateral damage derivative of the AGM-114 Hellfire missile has been deployed against occupants of another vehicle in northwestern Syria. It's the second time this week. They're just like, fucking throw them out. Yes.
It's secret. It's not very fucking secret anymore, is it?
If The Drive have got it. I have never heard of this news source in my life. Right. But apparently they've heard about it twice.
But this strikes me as progress, right? Like a low collateral damage thing, right?
Right.
I mean, it's still a bit fucking gnarly.
Apparently we've got a video. I hope we can't see any like dead bodies or anything like that. Otherwise we're going to get like a fucking strike or something. But
most likely, this is the aftermath. I mean, Jesus.
So this is a car that's been hit by it. That car is fucked up.
I mean, it's kind of intact apart from the interior, which is
just
an
like
absolute
that
mess.
Bit there, like that massive hole.
I know.
It's like it's just shot out like scaffolding poles. You know?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Oh.
No.
Whoops.
I really hope that wasn't a person. It probably was, wasn't it?
I don't even think The Drive would have this video if it was a person.
That's probably just blood.
It's probably a stain.
Let's just say it's a stain of someone who just got fucking murked.
I don't know if...
Also, that's an old saying.
There's more stains on the door. I don't know if we will have to censor this or not. And how we can censor this in the edit.
Actually, no, we can.
We can?
Yeah, but no one listens to us enough for us to actually have to do that. I'll do it next week. If you see it in the next few days, you'll see bloodstains. Otherwise it will be taken out. You can do it on YouTube. Apparently, that is fucked up. That just fucked people up.
Yeah.
Jesus.
But it didn't fuck up any civilians,
which is good.
Yeah. I mean it's good, but at the same time, it's like Jesus Christ.
Lesser of two, isn't it? Lesser of two evils.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. But Anyway,
echo chambers. Echo chambers. So ours are very different. So I saw your two posts on the day that you did it, and you were very angry. Like there was a lot of like not even that, like frustration. I think you were frustrated.
I was very frustrated.
I would say you're angry. It's a frustration.
Yeah.
Just stop being. Well, you said stop being awful.
Stop being awful. Yeah. Basically. I'm paraphrasing. Stop being awful.
I'll talk you through my echo chamber.
Okay.
So it's largely liberal.
Yeah.
Like I've got people from the whole spectrum, because obviously sort of my family's on there, and family, friends, and things like that. And sometimes that can get a bit conservative, and it can get a bit racist.
Okay.
But anyone who's been like that, they've got 3 strikes. Or like 1 mega strike and they're gone. Like I don't see them on my feed anymore.
Okay.
So maybe my feed would be a lot worse if I just wasn't like, well, stop talking about black people like that, you massive turd. And just get rid of them. They're gone. So mine, like, there was a lot of people that were like, activists in, like fucking go and vote.
Yeah.
I don't care who you vote for, just go and vote.
Okay.
I'm like, yeah, fucking power to you. That's fucking sweet. I didn't see anyone being nasty or anything like that. I saw maybe a couple of comments where it may have got like that, but they just had a nice discourse.
Yeah.
I just went agree to disagree, and I was like, tight. That's I like that. That's cool.
Okay.
So mine was fine.
Okay.
I was happy with that. I don't like to go on Facebook around these kind of events anyway, but
neither do I.
Unfortunately, I basically work on my phone for coaching and things like that, so I am on Facebook all the fucking time.
Yeah, it's
but luckily my feed was okay. Like it was just like Like a couple of momentum people, like sharing videos that are saying this and that.
I rolled my eyes at the mere mention of momentum.
I saw a lot of videos of Boris Johnson being a wanker, running into the fridge to get away from a reporter. I saw do you remember the NHS story where there was that kid who was lying on a pile of coats and everything like that?
Yes.
He took the guy's phone from him because he didn't want to fucking look at the video, the picture of him. Then he eventually did.
The dude,
which was really.
To be frank, the dude ambushed him with that.
Yeah, but he is a prime minister who should be ready for that as well.
True.
He can't be a silly milly about this.
To be, I mean,
he's going to be ambushed.
To be frank about the NHS situation. Oh man, I don't even know.
We'll get onto the NHS in a second.
We can do echo chambers because we're about to fucking
But once he saw it, I saw a bit of humanity in him.
Yeah.
He did not like looking at that picture.
No,
because luckily he's not a lizard person; he's a human.
Well, it's part of the fucking manifesto was funding the NHS.
Yeah,
to the tune of what, 20 billion?
A lot of money.
Yeah,
a lot of money.
A lot of money. Which hopefully he will follow through on. I mean, that's what we could. This is where we are now.
This was another thing.
Let's hope he follows through on that.
This was another thing that I had to go through with my dad. So he's like, you can't fucking believe manifestos. And I was like, well, look, if we're at that point where we're not going to vote because we don't believe in it, then no one should vote ever. We should all just not vote.
That's true.
And just overthrow government.
That is.
We have to take them. We have to take them for their word. And if they don't do it, hold them accountable to it.
Yeah,
that's what we have to do.
Yeah.
So that's why I went through the whole thing. If they're not going to do it, fair enough. I know. I'm such a nerd. I've got like bullet points of what he's supposed to do
to hold him to it,
and to hold him to it. So he's got to do this and that and that and that. And if it doesn't happen, because like the last time was social housing, wasn't it? They were going to make 250,000 a year. They made fucking nothing. They did zero social housing.
Okay.
And this will happen again. It invariably will happen again.
Invariably. They'll go back on some of the shit.
Not even because they want to even go back on it. Because they can't do it.
Because
somehow.
They can't. For some reason, they can't do it.
I'm really pragmatic when it comes to like government.
Yeah.
Because Illuminati, obviously. No, just like sometimes we can't do things. I reckon everyone goes into politics with the best intentions.
Yeah.
And then they go, oh shit, this is hard. This is really hard.
Yeah.
Oh, right. I can't save the world doing this.
Yeah.
I'll just try and do my best. I think also the other way, we have the expensive scandal and people just piss it out of the wall and just go, I'm a fucking rock star now.
I mean, look at Barack Obama.
Yeah.
Best intentions.
I'm sure he had.
He genuinely, Obamacare, he did Obamacare and he did nothing else.
Yeah.
He achieved nothing.
And it didn't even fucking work as much as he wanted it to.
It didn't.
Did it?
Well, Obamacare fucked over half of the country.
Yeah.
In terms of healthcare. And
I'm sure he didn't go in and go, well, I'm going to go in to the White House and fuck over
half of the country.
Of the country, because that's what I want to do.
Yeah.
No, he obviously didn't do that.
No.
He just went in and goes, look, I want to fucking save poor people from having to pay like fucking £2,500 for having a baby.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that is a legit thing.
It's a legit thing, but unfortunately,
that's what happens.
It didn't work.
No.
Entirely.
No.
And he said he was going to. I mean, no president has gotten an easier ride than Barack Obama.
No.
No president.
No.
Like, if you look at Trump, I mean, objectively, Trump has done more of what he said he was going to do than Obama has.
Yeah.
Right?
Regardless of what he said he was going to do, because, some of his shit's shady, but yes,
well,
he went in.
Some of the stuff is...
But because we're talking about manifestos, he went in, he said he was going to do it, he did it.
He said he was going to build a wall, they're building a wall. He said...
Hilarious video that I saw. They're just fucking climbing over it.
Well, yeah, of course they are.
Because it's just poles, like very close together. Yeah. Very close together. Just fucking scaling it. It's hilarious.
Right. Well, I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's not finished yet.
However, he's done it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's doing it.
Yeah.
He's doing it.
Yeah.
And the economy's up and all sorts of other stuff. Obama did fucking nothing. Like, apart from Obamacare, didn't close Guantanamo Bay. He caused a good amount of the refugee crisis. Mm-hmm. He torpedoed Syria and Libya.
He did naughty things in the Middle East, didn't he?
And
naughty things.
What's coming out now? He's corrupt as fuck, and he got an easy ride because
corrupt as fuck.
Yes.
Oh, Matt.
My God.
Oh, Matt.
Oh, my God. Oh. He was corrupt as fuck.
Oh, Matt. Why are you saying this to me?
Man,
I loved him.
I'm just the messenger.
Oh, Barack.
I loved him.
No, Barack, you motherfucker.
Right? No, I love the guy, but it's just like, for fuck's sake.
But this proves a point, doesn't it? I'm sure he didn't go in with bad intention. I don't think any person...
Well, no one's sane, No one's sane goes in with bad intentions. No sane
person with all their faculties goes into anything with bad intentions.
I know it's illegal not to hate Trump, but he didn't go in with bad intentions, I don't think.
Right, so here's my deal on bad and good intentions. Everyone has good intentions.
Yeah.
Their priorities are different. Right? Mm. Right? Everyone will go, but they'll have this primary focus in mind.
Sure.
Right? So my primary focus going into the election, for example, is I want to help people less fortunate than me.
Sure.
Like that's basically my modus operandi. I'm okay. I want to help people that are worse off than me. Mm. Like say even Trump's if you go way off the whack and he just wants to make loads of fucking money, he's not going in with bad intentions. He's not going in going, I'm gonna fuck the USA up because I want to make a bit of money. That's not gonna happen.
No.
He's gonna try and make as much money and not fuck it up. I can't believe a human being would do anything and also want to fuck lots and lots of humans up if they have all their faculties together and they're legit, right?
Okay.
That's not that I cannot believe that. And if that turns into a real thing that people actually do, I'm just going to go to bed for 1,000,000 years and I've knocked my Xbox controller off the desk. It wasn't in like a moving of the hands. I just moved my elbow a bit and knocked it fucking off.
And for those of you who may have heard that knock, Lee just hit the wardrobe
by doing the big sway of the hands. Yeah.
Yeah.
You had something to say there. I saw a face there.
There are people who get into power who have an agenda to silence and remove a certain thing. And
but what do you think their primary focus is about?
Well, their primary focus...
Do you reckon they're doing it for bad reasons? Do you reckon they're doing it for bad intentions?
Their primary focus would be their ideology. And I don't think their intentions...
Because then we're talking about beliefs, aren't we?
Yes.
And the belief would be... So say you've got someone who's heavily religious.
Yeah.
Right? If you're religious, you want to fucking save people from damnation.
Well,
if you truly believe it, Matt...
If you're a communist... like Stalin, and Stalin, right, before Stalin gained power, he was a bad fucking dude.
Was he the second one? Was he the second one who fucked it up? Because you got Lenin,
was not Lenin,
and then you got Stalin who did some bad shit.
Yes,
he's like
70
Mao,
million.
He's like Mao level. Yeah, he's like Chairman Mao.
Not
level.
Quite Chairman Mao level.
Well, no. But if you had him on the podium, Mao is gold, Stalin is silver. Yeah, they're on the podium together.
And Hitler is bronze.
Yeah,
because Hitler didn't kill as many people as Stalin. But yeah, Stalin was a radical enforcer, violent piece of shit. I don't think he. I don't think he came into power with the intention of helping Russia. I think he came into power for the sake of power.
Okay.
But
then we get to the whole sanity thing, don't we?
I suppose.
I think so.
I suppose.
I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. First time that's ever happened.
I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt and say he was fucking nuts.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And I mean, if you go to bronze, we got Hitler.
Yeah.
He did fucking great for the German economy, didn't he?
I mean, he did a bit.
Also, may have been a nutter.
That's a very controversial idea that he may have been completely off his fucking head.
I've been to Auschwitz. He's a fucking horrible man.
Yes.
But yeah,
Mao in gold, great leap forward.
Nasty
piece of shit. Still revered, and he did not really bring China forward at all. No. China's only a powerful economy now.
A long time.
They're only powerful now because they realised they needed a middle class, and they fudged a middle class into their socialist, communist economy. It doesn't work.
And kind of went a bit capitalist, but still stayed communist.
It's like faux capitalist, basically. Yeah.
So they had to get on a bit on the capitalist to take a lot of people's money to go, right, let's like fucking pump it in now, and then we'll become a superpower.
Dude, I can't even like, for someone who's lived under that, it just boggles my mind how people can want it here. It's like, how can you just go and live under it?
I don't think they want communism. I think they want socialism, which is a different thing.
Well, China's not communist.
But it's not.
Communism isn't. I don't think communism...
It's not just like level 1 socialism, though, is it?
I mean, it's probably like level 2 socialism, probably.
Right, so straight up, I like socialism.
Man, you've got to see it in practice.
Yeah,
I like the idea of it.
I think there is going to be 50 shades of grey between my kind of socialism and China's kind of socialism.
There's going to be 50 shades of grey, for God's sake, Lee. I think. How could you do that? How could you say something? How could you say something so upsetting when we're talking about the election? For God's sake! How could you? I'm going to drink some more whiskey because I'm very cross.
We are caning it.
We are
at the moment.
We are absolutely. I think there's many shades of grey, not necessarily 50, probably maybe even more than 50, between the idea of what it's supposed to be.
I'm going to stop you now. Right, so the reason...
And what it is.
The reason this has triggered Matt so much is because when 50 Shades of Grey came out, Matt, being a writer, tried to read it, and he did a blog on it. How far did you get, Matt?
I finished the book.
When did it make you angry?
Chapter 1. Right. What I did, I went, I'm going to go through this chapter by chapter and blog about the experience.
Give us a sort of a writer's review.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
And I did chapter 1, did chapter 2, read chapter 3, and I went. And genuinely,
I think this is where
the most depressing. Genuinely, right? I was not in a good place mentally at the time, and this book, I was basically on the edge of a precipice, and this book was like a feather. It was like E.L. James walked up to me and had a feather in her palm and just went, and it hit me, and I went, "Fuck!" And I skim read and I was like, I can't do this.
Fuck this
book. And I skim read the rest and went, oh, good God. So I was like, I've got to finish it because I was going to blog about it. I just skimmed it to the end and went, oh my God, this is the worst thing ever.
Yeah.
For someone who wants to be a writer, something like that, like, it's fucking upsetting. Like something like that.
I found out a really interesting thing a couple of months ago.
Yeah.
So you know Aragon?
Yes.
The reason that became so popular and like became a film eventually. So Aragon was a book originally, and then it got turned into a film. The reason it did so well is because the writer took out a full-page advert in the Times for his book.
Oh, nice.
Probably like tens of thousands, but I don't know fucking how much it cost to do that. But that's what he did.
Money well spent.
Full page advert for Aragon became a film.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right, so we talked about my echo chamber.
Yes.
We didn't talk about yours, did we? Mine was like all flowers and sunshine. And according to your two posts, they were not flowers and sunshine. It seemed a bit more...
No.
I remember you saying the word vitriol.
Yes.
I remember that word.
Apparently, I know a lot of people. I would say my surroundings are almost entirely liberal, I would say. I don't count Facebook as my surroundings because I'm not on it that much. But when I am on Facebook, and this is partly why I'm not on Facebook that much, I've got a lot of very, very angry activist types who are... There's one woman in particular, I won't say her name, who is very, very loud and who will like intrude on other people's lives.
Right.
Other people's stuff. Whenever they... She's one of these people who is the reason why we have a Conservative majority. Because she goes to people and attacks them for their views. And she's like in her 40s, so she should fucking know better. I'm gonna dial down my anger slightly. But in general, it's very liberal. And because it's so liberal, I make an effort to look at stuff that's not that.
Yeah.
So because my whole thing is I want truth. I don't want...
Well, I think that's what we've been looking for. We've talked about this so much, haven't we?
Yeah.
That we can't trust the media.
No.
So I just don't fucking look at it anymore.
Straight up. Before the election, I wanted to read both the manifestos. So, you know this. I Googled election 2019 manifestos. The top two results on Google were news stories from left-wing outlets saying how fucking terrifying and awful the Conservative one was.
PS.
Top results. Not the actual manifestos themselves, but things poisoning the well before you get to them.
And also, yes, very hard to find any manifesto on Google. Like, very hard.
Oh, it was easy. It was the top. It was like the top one. The top two were.
But you'd expect,
and then the second and third were.
You'd expect
third and fourth, rather.
We just go Labour manifesto, Conservative manifesto, Lib Dem manifesto. The reason that I didn't get to that point is because I'm just seeing like fucking exactly the same as you, just seeing fucking news stories. So I had to find this site that had just like fucking scraped all of the manifestos and put them in a quiz that I could do because I fucking love a quiz. But like nuts. If I want to find Labour manifesto 2019, Google, just fucking give me it.
Yeah.
If I want to find the Tory one, but just give me the manifesto. So yeah, totally with you on that. Nutty. Absolutely
it's
bonkers.
Bad. It's bad. And the thing, like, in Britain, we know who represents what, and we know, at least in our media, we know that, like, the Sun and the Mail and the Express are going to be more conservative. The Mirror, the Guardian are going to be more liberal.
Yeah.
I've probably forgotten a couple there, but fuck it.
Who cares? They're all fucks.
What people don't realise...
Don't read newspapers, for fuck's sake.
Right.
Stop it.
But then you've got all of the websites. You've got Google. You've got Twitter. You've got all of the fucking Silicon Valley that's all to the left and no one knows it.
Yep.
But people are becoming more aware of that. And I think that also contributed to this. But my echo chamber is liberal and I make an effort to not be in it. Which could, it could colour my opinion somewhat. I mean, it's sort of... I would say, like, there's a phrase that goes around that's the left left me. And that's sort of how I feel
how
about
you feel
it.
at the moment, yeah.
It's like I would love to be more in the camp of, you know, where I have been for most of my life, but it's just like I can't be there because you don't want me there. You don't want a white man there. It's like where? What? How is that a thing? Why is that a thing? What do you mean I have to be an ally? What's an ally? Well, of course I'm for gay marriage. Of course I'm. Why am I inherently racist? What are you talking about? Why am I toxic? Because and people are fucking sick of that as well.
Yeah.
People are sick of being blamed or having negative shit attributed to them.
Yeah.
Because of what they are and not who they are.
Well, it's just a different way of shouting people down, isn't it?
It's I hate to bang a certain drum, but it's racism.
Yeah.
Just it's flat out. That's fine. I'm mixing. It's flat out racist, but because it's not against minorities, it's not called racism. That's what it is. It's racism.
Yeah.
Because you are this, you have
been born this way.
Because you've been born this way, and you have no say in how you're born.
No.
Which is the argument that's been put forth by the LGBT community for the last 10 years.
Yeah.
So because you were born this way, you are this way, and there's nothing you can do about it unless you prostrate yourself before us. And it's like, fuck off.
No, fuck that.
Fuck off.
No.
And people are bored of it.
Yeah.
People are annoyed with it. And man, it's not going to win you any votes. Being a prick is not going. Like this, the thing I said was shouting at people isn't going to change their mind.
Yeah,
and it's not. Being a prick isn't going to change someone's mind.
No, it will push them further away.
It's going to make people. It's going to make people go, "Well, you're a prick. What's this person saying?"
At that point, you are the face of that community, aren't you?
Yes.
If you come at me about anything. You know, you like, for example, you say you're the voice of, like, you really like the colour blue and I like the colour red.
Mm-hmm.
You just say to me, like, just like people who like red are fucking like dickheads. They're so fucking horrible. I'm just like, oh.
You know, if you like red, you're inherently racist, right?
Why?
Because you like red.
But
have you not heard? You've not. Clearly, you're uneducated. You haven't heard that. You haven't heard of scarlet toxicity, have you?
No.
You have. You have inherent scarlet toxicity.
What does that mean?
It means that because you like the color red, you discriminate against the color blue, and therefore you have toxicity in you.
So what I want to say to Matt at the moment is,
go fuck yourself.
Fuck off. Fuck off. I don't. Like, stop trying to be so fucking clever. You know? Right, but, like, honestly...
I mean, it's not even trying to be clever. It's just using buzzwords that you don't know what they mean.
Yeah.
It's adding ality onto things.
Yeah.
It's just like, shut the fuck up.
But, like, who is going to resonate with that? No one. Right.
I hold up my hands.
The only people that are going to resonate with that is people who are
very resentful,
or going to be like really want to be part of a club. Like they really want to be part of a tribe somewhere.
Also, people who've been hurt, are going to want to, are going to want to be like that, and it's.
But also, like, so.
People want to get back at.
It depends on where the hurts come from as well, because both sides, obviously, are like dealing with hurt.
Yes.
You know.
Yes, absolutely.
You know, you come at me and you say that you're a scarlet racist.
You have scarlet toxicity.
Yeah, you're a scarlet racist. You got scarlet toxicity. Oh, I don't really want to be part of that club. Because Matt's making me feel upset at the moment.
Making you feel like
you
are wrong.
I feel like a piece of shit at the moment. Oh, well, I'll fucking go somewhere else.
I'm making you feel like you're wrong for an arbitrary reason.
Yeah. like people, like it. Like sometimes I don't understand why people go the other way, right?
Okay.
So pretty liberal, very, very
libertarian.
There we are. Right? Just let me do what I want to do.
Yeah.
All right? Yeah.
Live and let live.
If I want to inject heroin into my eyeballs, let me do that.
Yeah.
If I've done that and I OD, don't take me to the NHS.
Right.
You know? I'm a big boy. But yeah, so either side it's like we're always trying to get the people who are hurting. And really that's with anything, isn't it?
Yeah,
with any, divisive side, left or right, up or down, this way or that way. We need to take the weak, don't we?
We have it seems like we have a sense of protection. We have a protective instinct, and like an instinct for, I guess, justice is what I would say. I mean, that's kind of part of protection. It's like I feel like we're hardwired to love the underdog and support the underdog. And there's a tendency to see certain groups of people as the underdog when maybe they don't want to be seen as the underdog, and maybe we shouldn't see them as the underdog. Maybe we should just see them as people.
I mean, to bring this back to what the hell happened, then the Tories are not the underdogs.
No, but I think perception there's a lot to do with it as well. Perception. When you consider, I mean, how many people are on their phones? How many people are watching TV? How many people are getting the news from? I mean, the BBC make an effort to be impartial. They don't always succeed. But if we go to the US, CNN, who purport to be impartial, but they're not, right?
Do Fox purport to be impartial?
No.
They don't. They don't. We're straight up conservative.
Well, it's the thing. Everyone knows they can. I don't know if they purport to be impartial, but I feel like
they've screwed the pooch on that one.
I feel like like everyone knows they're conservative and they know they're conservative, so they lean conservative.
So they know their niche.
They do. Yeah.
We're good.
Yeah, basically.
We're cool.
Yeah. CNN, on the other hand,
we're good.
We are completely impartial,
like the BBC.
But the BBC make more of an effort to be impartial than CNN. CNN lean left, like, quite substantially. So you're looking at, like, the perception is, even though the Tories are not the underdog, by any stretch, being conservative is.
Well, it's counterculture.
And vote
now,
leave.
Isn't it?
And vote leave is.
They're both counterculture, aren't they? They're both very counterculture. Yeah.
Because culture is straight up liberal at this point.
Yeah.
Right. Straight up.
We talked about this on the In the Future episode, didn't we?
We talked about it on the In the Future thing. We've talked about it throughout most of it.
We continue this, don't we?
Yeah.
We just like they're a fucking metronome. We just go tick tock, tick tock.
Well, I mean, the race and gender swapping in media. Like, that doesn't happen in a vacuum. That happens because someone says it's time for this thing to, instead of writing a new character, which would be slightly, which I mean, we're paid to be creative, but which would be harder and maybe would make less money than if we just made this person black or this person a woman.
P.S. Did Will Valley of CamelMoon.com send you the redux of 007?
Oh, with the trailer?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I saw it on YouTube.
I had to say to him, that cannot be two trailers put together. I'm sure the other one is like they've cut together the film. They can't be both the same trailers. I was not going to waste 6 minutes of my time to like put them together. That was nuts, wasn't it?
Yes.
So look for I can't remember what it's called. I'll have to look it up.
Subscribe to Camel Moon on YouTube.
Because eventually we'll be on there once we have like a decent mic.
Once we have a decent mic. Yes.
No, I'm going to find this out.
Because the audio last time was pretty good. I don't know how it's going to be this time because we're like all over the... We've had quite a bit of whiskey.
Right, so look for No Time to Die trailer comparison start bracket 007 Redux close bracket.
Or just search Camel Moon on YouTube.
Very true. Just give them some love as well because...
Just do that because they're good.
They cool as shit.
They're good folks.
Yeah.
They're good folks.
Have we congratulated Will for getting married yet? Or
yes.
Probably.
Yeah. Fuck yeah, I hope so.
If we haven't, congratulations, Will.
Yeah. Well, we haven't on the show. We haven't congratulated him.
Oh no, we definitely did.
We messaged him.
As soon as I saw it, I congratulated him.
We haven't publicly congratulated him.
Right. So our sister station, well, our like dad mum station,
our potential dad station.
Yeah.
Eventually, shortly.
Will got married, and it looked really cool. And he's a cool dude. And love you, Will. But also that fucking YouTube video you sent me, that cannot be shot for shot both trailers. It cannot. It cannot.
It's. I mean, even if it's edited together, it's like they're still ripping themselves off.
It was so funny. It was so funny, the video.
Yeah. It's something. Yeah.
That's a big tangent. We're talking about 007 now.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Well, we talked about I said gender swapping, and then we went straight to Bond.
Yeah.
Because that might happen. We don't know. But yeah, it is counterculture. But even, I mean, well, they might not necessarily be the underdogs, but in cultural terms, in media terms,
media-wise, yeah,
they are. I mean, like, let's take Fox News out of it. It's Fox News. That's a news thing, right?
Well, let's go UK. Fuck them off.
Well, I mean, regardless, like, if we go news, we go the UK, we have the conservative newspapers. I don't know about conservative news channels or anything like that.
Well, we're not really news, like, we don't really have channels, do we? We're still a bit papery, aren't we?
We are a bit. I mean, we've got our national. I mean, the BBC is publicly funded, so it has to be impartial, but not really.
Not really. Naughty BBC. Which way do you reckon they lean?
I think they lean left, but they try to be impartial, news-wise.
Interesting.
Programming-wise, they lean way left.
I reckon they lean right.
Really?
Yeah.
How so?
Well, just after the election coverage, it was like, and like a couple of things they've seen, they're a bit in bed with the Tories at the moment.
I mean, they've got. Well, I mean, they're funded by the government, so they kind of need to be a little bit. But at the same time, when it comes to,
for programming, I can't comment.
Doctor Who, man, Doctor Who, Planet Earth, like it's got a very heavy liberal.
You're saying about Planet Earth?
I mean, at the moment, it's very focused on climate change, which is.
You a denier?
No, I'm not a denier, but it's like a...
If he said yes, I was going to beat him up. I was going to try and beat up...
I'm not a denier.
I was going to try and beat up a black belt karate man.
Right. I'm not a denier. I'm not a denier, but I understand why people are. Because of rampant hypocrisy. I don't know, I think we've talked before about Greta, and that we quite like Greta. Greta shit the bed earlier this year. She shit the bed.
We've got about 15 minutes. Let's go.
She shit the bed, and she was like, "It's not about the climate. It's about smashing the patriarchy." And I was like,
"Oh, damn!
For fuck's sake, Greta!
No, Greta!
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 Come!
Greta, why did you do that?
I just dropped the C-bomb on our.
Oh, fuck it.
Fuck it.
I'll have to just tick a thing that says we can't show the children anymore. It's fine.
I mean,
none of ours we can show to our children. Our children, we have no children.
Oh, but it's just like, why would you do? Don't. I mean, even if you feel that way, just don't. I mean, even saying that makes me a little bit sick. Saying if you feel that way, don't say it for the sake of your message. But like, it's like, come on.
I think you feel sick.
I feel sick.
Like, just like keep on with your message.
Your message.
Don't divert. Don't diversify.
Yeah.
Just keep on one track.
Yeah. I mean, I don't like. I mean, I mean, fucking hell. She was getting very whingy, and I was like, okay, you're whinging a lot.
I mean, she is also a teenager.
Yes, propped up by her rich parents, but also, and then she did that, and I was like, and now she's Time Person of the Year.
Yeah,
but so was Hitler.
Yeah,
and so was Stalin twice.
Yeah,
and so was Rudy Giuliani, who's like embroiled in some stuff.
Personally,
the Ukraine scandal.
Personally, they are not the same people.
They're no, I mean, obviously not, but like, time is a strange one. I don't know how you can have Hitler as Person of the Year, but
well, he did a lot of good for the German economy, and he was very, very charismatic.
This was in Time's defence.
Yeah, it was before.
It was 1938.
Yeah,
a year before he
war.
Before he invaded Poland and Belgium and most of Europe.
Yeah.
But you have no excuse with Stalin doing that twice. That's bullshit.
Yeah, not twice.
Yeah.
Once, maybe.
Fool
me once. Shame on me. Shame on you. Fool me twice. Shame on you.
Mm-hmm.
Shame on you times.
Yeah. One time when he was allied with Hitler, who at this point was going to war, and the other time
when he
during the Second World War
killed a lot of people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would assume the second time was during the Second World War when he flipped.
Yeah.
Because Stalin was a prick. But yeah, Greta shit the bed a little bit. And I'm not happy about it. And she's been getting private planes, which makes me want to slap her face.
Right.
I don't want. I wouldn't actually like. I'll be clear. If she were in front of me, I wouldn't slap her face.
Yeah.
I'd go no.
Yeah.
I'd point. I'd be like no.
What if she carbon offsetted it?
How would you carbon offset that? Don't get a fucking. You sail places. Don't get a fucking private. Get a public plane, you twat. Yeah. Fly. You can. Your parents are fucking rich, so you can afford to fly first class, but still fly in a fucking public plane. Been hanging around Leo DiCaprio too much. That hypocritical fuck. I'm like a very green dude. I'm a very green dude.
He's a green dude.
I'm like an environment. I don't know. Am I an environmentalist? I'm in a way an environmentalist.
I fucking hope so.
I'm an environmentalist. Because he can't counter. He can't counter me because he's choking. He can't counter me. I'm an environmentalist. I am. But no, I use public transport entirely, right? So I do give a shit about the environment. I care about public responsibility, personal responsibility regarding the environment.
Yeah.
And I do not like people using private planes when they talk about, oh, we all need to do better. You need to fucking do better. Leo and Jennifer Lawrence and Greta now. Greta, you naughty person.
I'm going to say I've let you off for about 3 months. If you bring up Jennifer Lawrence again, I'm going to try and fight you.
Why?
Because I love her.
Why do you love Jennifer Lawrence?
Very beautiful.
You lust after Jennifer.
Oh, Jennifer!
We talked about this in the last podcast. You lust after Jennifer Lawrence. That is not love, Lee. It's not love.
Right. let me put it to you this way. I think we'll close off with this. Right. So
we probably should.
Right. So if Greta takes a private plane to somewhere, and she offsets 10 people from doing that, from taking a private plane, or 100 people from doing that, is that not a good thing, or
who's she offsetting from taking a private plane?
Or just like, right? So I don't know. Right.
Okay. I'm not having that. The second you take a private plane, if you're preaching about the environment, regardless of how you offset it, she fucking sailed places, man. Do the sailing thing. That's fine. The second you get if you get a private plane, man, you no.
Right. I mean, I watched a Mighty Boosh earlier.
Okay.
Do you remember Mighty Boosh, everyone? That's a long time ago.
Yes.
So to sail to the States, for example, would be about 3 weeks.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. That's 3 clean weeks.
That's. But right, so if you can offset...
Get a public plane.
Yeah, it's a private thing. Right, the last time that I've been in this kind of conversation, right, I was in New Zealand.
Yeah.
And this guy was cycling by. He came up to me and was having a cigarette. He's like, "Oh, hey man, how's it going?" I was like, "Yeah, all right." He's like, "Yeah, so I really like Jesus." I'm paraphrasing at the moment, and he's like, "I really like Jesus." I'm like, "All right," and he's like, "Do you like Jesus?" I was like,
"I'm indifferent to Jesus."
I'm sure he did some good stuff. So we got into a conversation about religion. He was trying to get me to his church. That's what was going on. I'm having a cigarette outside.
Trying to save your soul.
Sucking best intentions.
Sucking your devil stick.
He did not suck my devil stick, ladies and gentlemen. There was no devil stick sucking.
You were sucking the cigarette devil stick.
Oh, right. Yeah. I was sucking no devil sticks. All right. Anyway, so I'm having a chat.
He was.
Right. We're having a chat.
You're having a chat.
You're not there.
I wasn't there, no.
You're not there. You're in Japan, you bitch. And we're having a chat. We're talking about good and evil and things like that. I'm like thinking, I tried to tell him about, like, I think people go with the best intentions. And and people have different priorities. And he goes, "What about Hitler?" I was like, "Oh, you fucking bastard!
Why would you bring up Hitler, you bastard?"
Oh, thanks, you bastard. And he broke me. So this is like the private planes thing.
Is it? How?
Yes.
How is it?
Well, look.
You have an alternative to a private plane. A public plane.
Yeah, true. But right, so if you take one private plane and you can offset 10 private planes, is that not good enough? I'm going philosophical on you with utilitarianism. Utilitarianism.
I mean, I suppose so. But you know what? Don't take a fucking private plane and you don't have to offset the private plane. You know how many planes we've got going places with people on?
Lots of planes.
You know what it is? You know why people take private planes? Because they don't want to deal with other humans. So how about you fucking suck it up, get on a plane with other humans, and you would cut out the private plane entirely. Oh, you didn't waste all that carbon going on a private plane. Fuck you, Greta, for that one private plane. I don't know how many private planes it was. Yeah. There's a couple, but like you could have not done that and not undermined your own message. And that's
what if you saved 100 private planes by doing that one private plane?
I mean, I will always say,
I'm doing the Hitler thing on you.
I will always say that by not taking a private plane, you could have saved 200 private planes. Yeah.
I blew my smoke to the left there, ladies and gentlemen, and I looked at Matt with a,
of course you did, you fucking commie.
Steely eye.
Blowed his smoke to the left.
Right. Right, I think we're done, aren't we?
Pretty much.
I think we're done.
End on a question mark.
Yeah. So what have we got? Always vote.
So what happened? Things happened. Always vote.
Always vote. Don't shout at people.
Don't shout at people. Don't call them a commie just because they blew their smoke to the left.
Don't call them a commie because they blew the smoke to the left. Don't call them a racist because they want to not be in the EU anymore.
Correct.
Don't call them names. That's the thing. Don't call them names.
Right.
Because that is not going to help your cause.
Right. If you disagree with someone, like, talk to them in a way that's not adversarial.
First question, ask why.
Yes.
Ask why. And then have a grown-up conversation about that.
That's every conversation I've had with people who voted leave.
Yeah,
leaving Brexit.
Me too.
Now, why did you do that?
And then we can.
And they outline it. I'm like, okay, I get it.
Like, all right, that makes sense. Yeah, that makes fucking sweet sense. Yeah.
Yes.
So yeah, always vote. Don't be a twat.
Don't be a twat.
Absolutely don't be a twat.
Talk to people. Get out of your echo chamber.
That's very important.
Try to actually understand stuff.
Yeah. Because no media outlet is going to give you an unbiased view.
Right.
This is why I don't look at the news anymore.
Right.
I just find people that are left or right or up or down or just like two polarizing views on an issue that I want to know about, and I'll ask them.
Well, you know exactly where they stand.
Yeah, and that I think that they're not going to try and even if they did try and take me around to their side, I'd be like, well, I know you. I know this about you. Don't be shit. Vote.
Yeah.
And
don't take a private plane ever.
And one more thing. If you don't like the Tories have got in, and you think that they're going to ruin poor people, do some community work.
Look at what they promised and hold them to it.
Look at what they've promised and hold them to it.
And
within those 5 years, if you think that they're not going to help homeless people, help homeless people.
Yes.
Right now, you've got homeless shelters around the UK, around the US. Go and help them. I've done it before. They are amazing, incredible people. If you want, be the change you want to see in the world.
Take some personal responsibility.
There we are. We're back to personal responsibility.
Always.
The one thing that I got out of this election, I was like, fuck, the Tories have got in. I don't like this. Fuck. All right. The first thing I thought was, I probably need to volunteer more.
Well, shit. That sounds like you're taking some personal responsibility.
Because, I don't think they're going to help poor people. They're probably not going to do that. They might, and if they do, brilliant, right? If they do, brilliant. If they don't, then I'll help. And if there's 2 million, 5 million, 10 million other people that will help, then it doesn't matter what they're doing. We'll help them.
Correct.
So something that means something to you, go out and do it,
Right.
Because that's... It's cool, it's fun. You'll get some cool stories. But fucking vote, all right? Jesus Christ.
And don't be a prick.
Don't be a prick. Because no one likes pricks.
Yeah, vote, don't be a prick.
Vote, don't be a prick.
Don't take private planes.
Don't take private planes, apparently. And be the change you want to see in the world. Love you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Mwah.
Mwah.